let me ask you guys a question. What do you think is the #1 way people communicate?
Talking.
Texting.
Voice.
So you might say talking. It's actually not talking. And no, Brett, it's not texting. Even though so many teens and adults text nowadays, it's not texting. I text, Mr. Wyden probably texts. I'm pretty sure this whole class texts, but it's not texting. It's actually through body language. It's actually through body language. Now when we hear body language, we think, okay, yeah, I get it, I know what it is. You know, I understand it, I get it, I see it. Do you? Whenever you have, well, the definition of body language is the nonverbal, conscious and unconscious movements and postures by which feelings and attitudes are expressed through. Okay, now I get it even more. But what does that mean? Well, whenever you have a face-to-face conversation, about 50% of that conversation is nonverbal, which we just learned is body language. Just learned as body language. Now, but why is that? It's because whenever you have a face-to-face conversation, or any conversation, what your body language shows, it shows much more than what you say. Now, whenever we have a conversation, we show our body language. It comes from 3 areas of our body. We got our lower body, our upper body, and our head. More specifically, our face. Common things we do, we'll say we're sitting down, talking to somebody, we cross our legs. Could mean we're comfortable, relaxed with that person. Or maybe a bit defensive. We don't know the person too well. Common thing most teenagers do with their upper bodies, they cross their arms, right? Everybody crosses their arms once in a while. Some of you are doing it right now. It means, well, it usually means you're unpleased with something. That's the usual term. So say you're getting lectured by your parents. You got a C+ on a test. And they wanted you to get a B+ or an A- at least. And just waiting on you question after question. Why did you wait till the night before to study? Then you bring your grades up. A C, really? And the student says, well, C+. It's close to a B, right? And now the most interesting area where we show body language is through our face, our facial expressions. It's a natural thing. You can tell whenever a person is happy, sad, angry, surprised, afraid, or even disgusted. Like, ugh. You can tell those, and you can see that through, you know, our eyes, our lips, our nose, our eyebrows, even the wrinkles on our forehead when we raise our eyebrows. You can see that. But it's an unfortunate thing that not everybody knows body language. Body language is this unspoken language where humans just developed it over years and years and years of evolution. So people might catch signals of body language, other people not so much. So say guys, when you're talking to a girl and say, I'm fine. No, I'm fine. They're not fine. Don't just walk away from them. They're not fine. They're obviously not fine. So, but people who aren't as ignorant come to body language, they wear a, what's it called, a mask. So they fake how they feel. And it's common in the sport of poker, right? We all know that poker face, right? Poker face. No. By Lady Gaga. It's a motionless face expression where you don't show anything. You don't give any hints away that you're bluffing or you have a really good hand. So say you have a pair of 2s, right? And you go all in and look at what's on the table, somebody can have a royal flush, which if you don't know, that's really good. And just by not having emotion, you could be sweating on the inside, freaking out, you put all your money on the line. But having that emotionless face can intimidate somebody and they don't call you bluff. And you win the game. But that's in the sport of poker. But what's sad though is people wear that mask in society as well. So say you see a person who's extremely happy, outgoing, talking to everybody, smiling. You know, you look at them, oh yeah, that person's really happy. But deep down, they can actually be depressed, down, sad, having unimaginable thoughts, suicide, harming themselves, harming others, even. And people have that, and they always wear that mask because they don't want to show anybody that. Now, maybe in public they don't want to show how they're feeling, but in private, emotions always do come out, no matter what. It always does come out. Not too long ago, if you guys saw me during STAR testing week, I was pretty down. I was down, depressed, sad, conservative, because I love talking, but I was down that week, and that was because my uncle passed away. He was a great guy, he was Christian, his name was Christian, and he passed away at the age of 36. He worked in law enforcement, always put his family in front of him, and just a really great guy. Now, at his viewing, April 23rd, people spoke. People spoke at his viewing, including myself, the nephews, the brothers, best friends, people he grew up with, even his son. It was amazing to see his son speak for his father, seeing standing right beside him. You know, for any parent you lose, a father, even a mother, you know, it's unbelievable to see him speak. Now, what was interesting about each one of our speeches was that we either did two things. We either had a pause, or we walked off stage because we were about to break down into tears. That was the case with one of my uncles, his brother. But what was so significant about each one of those speeches was that we had this pause and a smile with it. Now, whether it was to recollect our thoughts because it was just so hard to speak, or a catchy punchline, or something cliche, or even something to remember, we all had that pause. And what was so significant about that pause was that we showed the entire crowd who was there, his partners, all of Los Angeles Sheriff's Department, and as well as family, that how much we cared and we're grateful to have Christian in our lives, how he touched our hearts, how he did so much for us. And we showed that without saying a single word. That's significant. It's amazing about body language. Body language becomes more audible when in moments of silence. So I want you guys to take a pause and express yourselves, because it's never good to wear that mask in public.